FreeMMOStation.com.
What's up, guys? It's Cyan. We're back with FreeMMOStation, and I am actually going to be taking a look at Fairy Tail Hero's Journey. Now, I want to point out that most of these games are usually clones of other games, and this by no means is not a clone. It is straight up a clone. And most of the time, what you do when you have these games is you come in, you try to understand it, and do the progression as best you can to have the highest CP that you can, or power level, or whatever they want to call the power level. Whenever you see this under your name, that usually means it's going to be a power level, and on top of that, that usually means there's going to be a VIP system, which we have right here, which gives you benefit based off of what you pay. Now, most VIP systems just imbalance a game all to hell. We all know that. It's no different in any type of game that it's in. Now, the imbalancing is determined by the actual company, how much gold is beneficial towards how much the VIP is and how much it gives you in power. Now, in this game, it's still too early to determine that right now because we don't know what the live prices are going to be. So I beg you, keep in mind to just, save your opinions for later on. Now, at its base core, if you played Anime Ninja, if you played DBZ Online, if you played Naruto Online, if you played Pocky Ninja, all those games, this is basically all those games wrapped into one. With the exception of Naruto Online, it does not have the combo system of Naruto Online, but it pretty much has everything else. So we're going to go in, and you'll see your baseline character that you see was just flashing, and I wanted me to actually do something about that. I am a gunner, as you can see right here, and you start off your daily rank, and it's according to however many points that you have or whatever level you're at. And you see I'm at level 40. I really don't see any point going any further because I already know everything. Literally, that this game is so much of a clone of other games that I already knew what to do. Never playing the game and went straight to 40. Like, it was literally the same exact path, the same exact type of thing that I had to actually go through. That I basically was just doing it as if I was like robotic. I did it in a live stream. It was pretty cool. A lot of people showed up and showed love with it, and it was fun overall. But let's go to this first icon right here. When it loads. Now, this is one other thing that if you're going to play this on the CBT right now, there's only one server, so everybody is packed into this server, so it's going to be a little bit of a lag. So I would, have a little bit of patience with it. So you have the daily stuff that you need to do right here. Now, determining how much you go about and what you do in the daily, it determines your EXP that you get at the end. You majority of the time want to get the 2 times, so your points will be worth more, so you get all the way up and get max EXP right here. Now, you can buy extra bonus on top of the EXP, as you see with the EXP packs. However, I would suggest if you're playing free to play that you not do that. All this really is you just want to try see enhanced gear. I'm gonna hit accept, and if you want to be cheap about it, because you see I don't have much silver because I spammed out all my silver on a different system, but I'll show you a cheap way to go about it. Your gear is pretty expensive. The level, as you can see right there, is 22,000. So what you do is you choose one of your items that you haven't leveled yet. You see it's only 520 silver. You can just do that because I need to actually do that, and that's actually overall a little bit cheaper. Or if you want to if you want to be super cheap, like you see I saved, I didn't have to max out and wipe all my money out. But if you want to be super cheap, you can just do the one like that, and you get credit for it that way. But I need to actually use this one of my characters, so I went ahead and did that. Move this out the way. Now you have arena. You can go in and fight people in arena. In most cases, everybody's going to be around the same thing. You see people who are a little bit stronger overall, are a little like like a level 41, 42, and everything else. They're not necessarily that much stronger than I am. It's just that we're stunted right now with the way that the game is. And you can go with full power, which you see these guys right here, they went with the full power. And what that basically means is that they used up all of the free gold that we got in the CBT. Right here you get a free 10,000 gold. They went straight power. I just wanted to see everything that the game had to offer, so that's why I'm where I am right now. Like, and then I did a whole bunch of free summons, which I'll actually show you in a bit. You have the conquest, which as soon as it loads, there you go. The conquest, you can go in and you can fight different people for resources, so we're going to do that right now. It does cost stamina to actually do that. And we get a good look at what the characters are. So you see, if you're used to the Fairy Tail universe, I have Elfman as a tank, I have Gray as a support DPS. My main character in the second slot, I have Edalus. If you remember when they went to the alternate reality, Edalus Wendy, who's grown up, and I have Lucy, Kid Lucy, and I have Kid Gray. They actually grow up in this game. Like, they start as kids and then they can grow up and then become teenagers, and then they're more teenage, I guess, like early adult teenage cells. Now you will notice that this is an auto battle game. You see right there, like, I don't really control anything. I control what they actually, how their power is and what they actually use. That's about it. There's nothing else that I control over the course of that. So you just go in like tank, DPS, support. It's usually how it works. But in this they call it front, middle, and back. But it's just tank, DPS, and support. You don't have to necessarily. Did I choose the right thing? You don't have to necessarily choose this formation. I always do the 2-2-1 formation. It works out pretty well for me. I don't have to actually, try hard and really care too much about things, and it becomes a nice balanced team. I like to have balance in these games. So you got my tank in front, the DPS comes in the back, and sometimes I get stuff where I help the team overall. Like, my main character debuffs the tank so that everybody else can hit harder, and the two back people, Lucy heals the tank, Edalus Wendy does her attack, but she also buffs the middle two characters so they hit harder, and you can do some extra damage. Now, one thing that you will notice in this game is that the music is a little bit repetitive, so that's a little bit cheesy. Now you also have transformations where you can actually change your armor state. That's not actually in the game yet, as you can see right there, but you can change the way like weapons look, you can change the way armor looks, as you can see, like coming soon. This stuff isn't in the game yet, but it's a thing, which is cool. You have overall dungeons. The dungeons basically allow you to get a lot of EXP, as you can see right there, and they're pretty hard if you try them same level. I'm level 40 and I can hardly dent this. It gives you a clearance reward of 10 gold and 175,000 EXP, so it is what it is. You have your daily right here, which this is raids. Well, kind of like a raid, but nah, it's a raid. You have your dailies, which are raids, which you can just come in and you have a little bit of fun going along with that. You get resources and everything. You have the faction war, which is PvP, which is also pretty cool. You get to fight other people. And most of the time, PvP is right up to who's faster. It's not about anything else but who's faster at that point. Who's faster and who can put a detrimental effect on your team and stop you from actually doing something. So that's pretty much how it works. And World Boss, of course, is Acnologia, and you get to fight him and do a lot of damage. Pretty much for those of you who are used to Naruto Online and actually playing that game and the raids and that, it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, so you can see I am actually on a mount right now, and you get that relatively early in the game. The mounts are one of the best things to give you power in this game, so leveling up your mount, if you're a pay-to-win type player, or even if you're a free-to-play player and you think, what can I use my resources most on, is usually on mounts in these types of games, because they give you like the most stats and the most power overall. But then again, if you're not fast enough with the gems, which I'll show you in a bit, kind of doesn't matter. Alright, so we have trade. Trade is kind of like the place where you can go in and you can earn EXP, and as long as you have friends, like you get upgrades, it's best to have just max your friends. I really don't care at this point in time right now. So I'm not really, it's not really about getting friends for me. Like, as you can see right there, got the silver right there spending. All right, today's trade attempts. Now it does eventually start costing me gold, so I used up all of that, and the more friends and everything, this levels up and gives you a point to where you start getting more and more EXP. So you definitely want to, mess around with that. All right, the bar. Now, see, this is one of the interesting things and redeeming factors and Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail gives you a chance to have a pay to win version of getting characters and an earn it version of getting characters. This is the earn it when it's based off of your silver. Now it does get a little bit costly, as you can see right there. It costs 120,000, just to do this one time. So you ain't going to be spamming it like that. Seeing. Right, so I got silver back. I didn't actually win anything. Let's do that one more time. Alright. So we got that. I don't think I won anything here. Nope. So I keep getting silver back, and I just wanted to actually win something. Alright. Y'all can give me some type of win. This is unlucky right now. I guess it's just a YouTube thing. Yeah, it's a YouTube thing. I'm not gonna keep doing it. Now, see, this is where I said it starts to get costly, because what you want to do is get Star Souls, and Star Souls allow you to actually straight up buy characters if you have enough of the Star Souls. See, I only have 64 because I don't really care about this right now, because you can actually do a different system, and I'll show you that afterwards. But you see, you have the anime characters, and you actually get to fight characters and unlock more. Now in other games you don't do that. You just go to the next level and you can unlock more, but here you actually have to fight the character, and you get to then you unlock all of this. All right, so going into that, we have the draw system. This is the pay to win version of actually getting characters. You can do the normal draw, which you see I have a cooldown right here, and then you can do these draws, which eventually it costs either these common recruit scrolls or the advanced recruit scrolls. Basically what that is like you get commons a lot from just doing quests and normal stuff. You get these basically from events and other things, but you can also pay for it, which, as you can see right there, costs 800 gold to get 10, and then you get these characters. Now they give us free gold, and that's why I have like no gold now, because I wouldn't spam out characters, which is the reason why I have the characters I have right now. I wanted Urza, never really got her on this account. I made spam accounts and tried it out and found that it was pretty much like a 5% chance to actually get Urza. So in the future, just keep that in mind, that it's really not like, it's not a crazy thing to actually, you don't go too hard unless you actually want to spend money to actually do this. It's gonna take you a little bit of time. All right, so we're gonna back out, and overall you have the shop, which is, again, this is where you start to spend gold, and this is just the currency for the game. When if you actually want to top up, you can earn it in the game, though. You can't earn gold, so don't think you can't earn gold. You can save it up and start spending on that type of stuff. But in most places, these are the gems, and gems are very important in this game because it helps your build, and probably one of the most important things that you can have in this game as far as gem wise is usually hit. As you can see right there, it usually works out for you. And everything has like a counterbalance. There you go. And they also level, and most of the time it's usually better just to overall get the weak ones and then make up to the bigger ones. Now later on this changes, but for right now, the first 4 levels, unless this is just how it's going to be, I believe that the first 4 levels is just standard and they don't really matter. So you can just buy, like, boom, buy this, and then you'll be good to go. It may be like that. I want to say may. It doesn't necessarily have to be like that. It may be like that. So putting that out there, just in case. Alright, so the core line of this game, just like if you're used to any of these the rest of these games, is you want to come in, you want to do your storyline, you want to do your dailies, you want to do your guild quest, as you can see right there. Make a guild. And I always make the dollars, based off of one of my favorite animes. And do your best to get as much power as you can to fight enemies and then take on content. Now you see my content is kind of stunted right now because I actually need to get to level 41. So we're going to do that right now. I have gear to equip. Oh yeah. Right, it was you. See, and then I made a little bit of a mistake. I was supposed to do helmet, not the gun, but that's fine. I'll get a helmet for her later. Alright, so we're gonna go in. And oops. Alright, you know what? I pretty much did this, and that's arena challenge. We'll do that in a second. Go to the map. So I want to go over here and show you guys how that works really fast. So anywhere that you have to actually do a quest is usually going to be in a map like this, and usually bring up these icons, and the point of this is just to completely go through the map and build up stars where you start getting these rewards, as you can see right there, and fighting the different I'm about to say anime, the different mobs. Alright, so there you go. So we're coming in and we're gonna fight these guys, fight this hired thug. I don't know why is the girl in love, but about to beat her up. She got a 2-piece off an Elfman. He wasn't feeling it though. Now you will notice one thing that a little bit irritates me is there is no voice acting and there's no sounds on attacks. They need to do something about that because that's a little bit off-putting. That's like, this is an official title, like it's officially back title, so there needs to be those individual things in this game. So you know, like, why not? But anyway, now that I've beaten that one area, now the girl in love, now I can actually fight autoplay. And what I want to do is I want to get to the point where I'm just up to 41. So this is probably going to, it's going to cost me a little bit on stamina. So I think 30 might be enough for that. Let's see here. How far is it going to go? 30 is enough? 30 was enough. Alright, so now I'm 41. Alright, you don't have to watch that. Now I can go back now that I am 41. I can go here. Start this quest. So you get a little bit of story. And this, the way that the story works in this game is it's the fairy tale universe, but it's like we're standalone characters in the universe, and we're kind of watching and going along with what the show would actually, you know, do. All right, let me take this too, because that's basically just telling me this is a little bit of a side quest. So we have to fight the charmed girl 3 times, so we do both. If you are used to these type of games and you like these games, then these things will be for you. Now, the thing is that these games aren't meant for hardcore gamers, and I think the thing that's the problem is that hardcore gamers are the people who come and like gravitate to these games, and then they're like, what the hell is this? This is autoplay, and I don't want to play this type of game. I don't want to play this old school Final Fantasy, you know, BS or something like that. But the game really isn't meant for them. The game is meant for kids and people who are used to the anime, so otakus and everything else. Those are the people who these games are meant for. So I don't know what to say to people when they say, oh, I don't like this type of game, this is crap or something like this, because the game probably wasn't meant for them to begin with, and they're just playing it because, you know, they see an anime game. Hey, I want to play an anime game. But no, just keep that in mind, that, you know, this isn't meant for everybody. It's an acquired taste, these types of games. I cover them because I like anime and I like, you know, anime games, but I don't like every single game like that. And we're gonna come to the end now, as you know, see what we're supposed to be doing. Like, supposed to move on. So now, what you want to do is we just want 2, because we only need 2 more fights. Alright, so now that's complete. And now I just need to go and fight this girl right here, and then this quest will be complete. But I want to wrap this video up because this went long enough. And the main thing that makes this game a little bit different from the other things is, I believe it's here. Taking a while to load, so it might be. No, it's not. Right. It was the skills. Alright. Why is my drawer like that? It's a bit weird. My drawer is a bit open. This is all cool right here. Alright, so the main thing that makes it different is the skills. This is I've only seen one other game do this, and what makes this fun is you can make builds. As you see, it has a skill tree and a bracket on the attack type and defense type. So if I necessarily wanted to go with a more supportive DPS build and then have my team be protected by my main character and let somebody else do DPS depending on my characters, then I can do that. I can head over here and start debuffing and getting more defense up and things like that. And what this does is allows you to actually adjust your main character to the characters that you get. If you have a supremely offensive type of character that you got, say like if I got Urza, and maybe Urza needs a little bit help defensive side, then what I can actually do is I can go on defense type and let another character and my offense actually, you know, buff things. And you know, like this is not something that's in every game like this. This is very different. This is, you know, it's extremely fun, and it makes things different, and it makes you actually spend less money. Because a lot of times, if you guys know, in these types of games, you end up spending more money because you get a character and then you have to, you know, do something around that character. Then you got to spam and get another character because you need to make a build around that character. This actually lessens that because you actually get a chance to build this character around another character, so you don't have to necessarily spend as much money as you would have naturally had to spend if you had to go after another character. And you know how costly, you know, gacha games get, and this is a gacha game. So that's all I got for you guys right now. I hope you enjoyed it, because this is one of those games where it's like an acquired taste, and overall I enjoy them. I don't know necessarily if I would enjoy this that much, because this is pretty much a overlapped clone of everything else that we've done, but this system alone might actually get me to play it and, you know, just mess around with it a little while. So I'll catch you guys next video. Thanks for watching me, and thanks for watching FreeMMOStation, and I hope you had a good weekend.